Mr. Kevin Gates. That's an interesting man. He's an Aquarius, by the way. Oh, it has entered into Aquarian season. And I noticed when he was on there, my bad, y'all. I noticed when he was on there, he was doing what most niggas do when they going through a breakup with they ex. Don't matter if they was married or not. He was low-key doing some comparison with the young lady that he with now. And because one would say, oh no, he wasn't comparing. He was just talking about how he elevated and how he this and that. I ain't trying to hear none of that. He still got a lot of motherfucking work to do. He mad at that girl. He say he love his ex. And he wish her well and all that shit. That a part of him probably really wants to, but his actions don't say that shit. He remind me of my baby daddy, and he Aquarius. I'm not even gonna lie. Aquarians are good at acting like shit don't bother them when certain shit do bother them. When they had conflict with people, it do be bothering them, but they be acting like it don't. But he was talking about his ex-wife and that motherfucker. He was talking about Draker. All you gotta do is read undertones, read in between the lines. He was talking about her. And see, he can do that with that young woman he with. But a woman his age or older, she won't be going for that shit. She'll probably be like, man, you gotta handle that. Because the more you talk about it, and then you speaking in codes, you're not really. And I don't know if they have lawyers involved. I think they do, because they are supposed to be legally married and they going through a divorce. So if you can't talk about it freely, I feel like you shouldn't talk about it at all. Because of course a lot of us are curious. I am curious on all that shit he was saying, how she stole his money. I don't believe none of that shit. Why would she steal money from you? And she been your boss lady. The boss, she been the boss, the handler, the fucking mama, the wife, the girlfriend, the business partner, the counselor. She done been y'all what people say got it out the mud together. They been together since they were kids. You ain't make that money by yourself. Y'all did that shit together. And then he made a statement saying when Shannon asked him like what was different between this relationship and that relationship, and it went into the direction of money, and he was like, oh well, she got her own money. Nigga, okay, now Draker got her own money. Y'all have kids. Whatever money y'all made together and y'all separated, and she had money, and y'all made money from the same business and y'all share the business, because I know they have a blueberry farm. I don't think he owned that by himself. I think she got owner of that shit too. But he was speaking on the fucking cannabis business that she got. She been had that cannabis business for a few years, I believe. I'm trying to figure out why he just not talking about that shit. Why he just not bringing that up now? And then I just don't think, let me not say believe, I don't think she took any money from that man. I think it would be almost impossible, even though he said she was handling, he let her handle the money, but she been handling his money. And then you got to think about it, how he was back then. He used to be on drugs, and let me not say drugs, Lord have mercy, because you two so fucking sensitive. Not no rugs. Rugs. On substance. Okay? He was on the pills, and I think he was popping pills and fucking cough syrup and shit. How was you gonna be in a stable right mind and you smoking all this weed, you drinking, you doing your thing, you coming up in the rap game? Cause I've been listening to Kevin Gates since he first came out. We damn near the same age. That was a long time ago. I know damn well he trusted her to handle the business back then, and all the way up until they finally separated. And we don't really know when they separated. We don't even know how long they've been separated. That's something we would never really know as the outside looking in. Now, that's what I say we don't know. But all that stealing, I'm like, nah, I don't think that at all. I think he feel like she stole. Because she probably ain't tell him, like, I took the money and opened up a business. Like, what's wrong with that? She invested into a lucrative business that y'all kids could fall back on. And if something happened to her, I'm sure you're going to get ownership of that shit. So what are we talking about, Kevin? Like, petty ass Aquarian. That's just petty ass Aquarian. I have not heard this woman one time say anything negative about that man. I want to hear her say one thing. I want to be like, girl, listen, let me tell you something about motherfucking Mr. Gates. Because he got me all the way fucked up. He didn't have me go through this. I didn't deal with this. I didn't deal with that. That motherfucker is shady. That motherfucker is a hoe. Blah, blah, blah. No, she don't say nothing negative. And she a Virgo sun sign. Virgo women ain't gonna really say too much. They gonna let you do all the motherfucking talking. If they been in a relationship with you, they ain't gonna say too much. And that's the thing. She ain't saying nothing. She like a Beyonce. Ain't saying nothing. Virgos, they do not like to talk about their romantic past relationships unless it's with certain people and they haven't moved on from it mentally. If they moved on from it mentally, they not gonna keep on talking about how a motherfucker did them. They less likely to do that. Just one time for the fun time. And I'm just being sarcastic. I just want to hear her tell what was her experience with him. She ain't even got to tell, to be honest with you, because I already got a motherfucking idea. Because he's an Aquarius. You always bringing up zodiac sign. Listen, on this channel over here, if you don't like that I use astrology, negative and positive characteristics that I experience with these certain zodiac signs, for example, you might as well get the fuck off my channel. On everything. You get the fuck off my channel. The ones that I talk about the most, those are the ones I had the most experience with, the most negative experiences with. I got a best friend Aquarian. His ass be having them little negative ass ways. I be having to tell his ass about himself sometimes. Respectfully though, because that's my best friend. I be having to tell Aquarians, they need water signs around them. When Kevin Gates said he loved what's his name? Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is a Cancer. Like me. Like they had a good conversation or whatever. He need to be friends with a Cancer. Yeah. Get perspective. Get emotional perspective. Emotional intelligence. See another side. So you can be more understanding. Because sometimes Aquarians, they just be straight cold. Straight aloof. With people that they claim to care and love. when they in conflict with them. And it don't be coming off like that. I promise you it don't. It be coming off some bitter sometimes, and it be coming off cold as hell, like they don't care about being in your life no more. So, and sometimes it ain't even gotta be like that. It ain't even gotta be that motherfucking deep. And you hearing this from a Cancer. All air signs need to be around some fucking water signs. That's level-headed emotionally. We don't hear Mike Tyson out here biting on nobody no more. That was that one time. Biting motherfuckers' ears and shit. So, but yeah, I didn't like that he was doing that. I felt like he was being shady, and Aquarians, especially Aquarian men, they can be real fucking shady to motherfuckers they in conflict with when they don't need to be. Their shadiness comes off as sarcasm sometimes. It was like, damn. And then I noticed the same way he doing Drika. He did Drika, had all in a lot of his videos and stuff. Taking her on a podcast together. They didn't did podcasts together. Sit downs with people together. Y'all, if you listen to his music, you like his music, y'all know that. You like Drake, and you know. And he kind of starting off doing the same thing with this young female. Like, it's like he trying to replace Drika. Excuse me. Men do this all the time. They do this all the time. You will rarely see a woman go out here and try to replace a man with a man that's similar to the man that they had before. Because if we broke up with you, we ain't trying to fuck with nobody like you. Most times. More times than a man choosing a woman that was like the one that left him. And the grass might be a little greener. That ain't got nothing to do with the ex. That don't mean the ex one shit. When you know men as a woman, and you know that they need constant validation, constant reinsurance of being a man and all this shit. They say they don't want a woman to be their mama, but that's a lie. That's a fucking lie. These type of men I'm talking about, most of them from the hood, they do be having a lot of mama issues, or they be having daddy issues. It's not just black and white. That don't mean the mama want shit. It could be his mom is passed on, and his mom was a loving, doting mother. When she was, you know, an affectionate mom, an attentive mom, like how I am with my son. And communicate with him, talk to him, teach him, let him know like I'm always here for you, but I always still teach him like you're getting older, so I got to teach you accordingly. I have to teach you how to regulate your emotions, how to choose better friends, how to identify having decent friends and stuff like that. Things my parents didn't teach me. A lot of our parents, especially growing up in the 90s, that didn't teach us that shit. And that's not no dig to the parents, the baby boomers and the silent generation, because most of us millennials have baby boomers and silent generation parents. It's just that time was different, and they didn't think to teach us certain things that we should have known at home. first, before we even got in the streets to play, before we even went to school. And that's how I am with my son. I teach him real life shit. Like, I be honest with him. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want my son growing up looking for a woman. I mean, looking for a woman that has that he looking for me. He looking for a woman that has me in her, where it pacify him, if that makes sense. I don't want that for my son. I want my son to be able to be content with being alone for a while if he needs to. Get to know himself. Be his own friend first. Be his own friend first. Trust himself first. Love himself first. This is what I tell and teach my son. Be okay with being alone for a little moment. You might switch schools. You might switch jobs. And you ain't got your friends with you. And you might feel a little ways about that. And that's normal and that's okay. But don't let it affect your everyday life where you like, damn, I ain't got this person, that person. And so I'm just going to stay. I'm just going to just choose anybody to talk to blend in with, to hang out with, because they seem a little something like me. We got same interests, and then they turn out to be the wrong motherfuckers to be around. All because y'all got a couple of things in common. So I teach my son stuff like that, you know. The basics and then some. You teach your sons that now, they less likely to want a woman for the things that most men want women for. What she could do for them. Excuse me. And it's even worse now. And Kevin Gates said something that was interesting, but I don't see it really playing out based on how he shows up with this young woman that he with, this younger woman that he with. He said in his past relationships he was looking for his mama and the women he was with. And I know he was talking about Draco. You know what I'm saying? Because he's very fluent and open about his relationship with his mama. And that's cool, and I respect that. I like that about him, how he's very open about his past, even him being violated by a man when he was a kid. I like that about him. That is, when you talk about stuff like that, that is opening to the doors of healing. Listen, I got a lot of respect for a man like Kevin Gates. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I actually like Kevin Gates. But there are some things I don't like about him, and that's that negative side of Aquarian that be popping out in conversations where you be like, damn, gee, did you have to say it like that? Damn, that's how you feel? Like, yeah, okay, we get it. You can be you. You can be you. But do you have to be that asshole ass Aquarian? I ain't saying you gotta be nice, but you gotta be an asshole. That's how my best friend is. He could be an asshole sometimes. Not to me, but it pop out. And you be like, damn. Ugh. And as a Cancer, we don't like that shit. I don't like assholes. I don't like assholes. Like your character is just an asshole all the time. But I like Kevin Gates. But when he be talking about women, the way he be talking about women, I don't like that shit. 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 For you grammar thumping motherfuckers. Okay? I don't like it. You know, so I felt like he should have told Shannon, like, I ain't even gonna speak on her, but I ain't gonna speak too much on her, but I'm gonna say this. I'm moving on, she moving on, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Because when you really over how a person treated you, what they did that you didn't like, that you felt was disrespectful or was disrespectful, you're not gonna talk about it. And I'm speaking from experience. It's a progress, especially when you've been with a motherfucker that long. Like, I've been with a motherfucker that long. Same amount of years he probably been with her, about the same amount of years I was off and on with my baby daddy. You just don't get over nobody just like that. That shit take years. I don't care what nobody say. Mostly for women, because a man could be with you for years to come. He can be with you for years to come, and he still won't choose you as his wife if you want to get married. He'll use you as a placeholder. Men are more likely to use women as placeholders. Women don't be out here doing that shit. Or I'm just gonna stay with him till I find me a better nigga. I ain't never heard not a woman known to earth do or say no shit like that. Men settle, but women settle harder. And men know this because we've been conditioned that men are these loving creatures to women, and they're not. Y'all not built like that. I don't care. Don't come up under my page talking about that. Oh, you bitter. You sound, but how can I sound like a taste?